Welcome to the Tennis Confidence Video Show by Dr. Patrick Cohn, your mental game of tennis expert. Discover the secrets to superior tennis confidence. Visit sportspsychologytennis.com.
Hi, welcome. This is Dr. Patrick Cohn with sportspsychologytennis.com, and you're watching the Tennis Confidence Video Show. In today's show, I'm going to discuss one of the reasons that tennis players underperform when they go from practice to matches. What's the number one question I get from tennis players and tennis parents of juniors about their mental game of tennis? Why can't I perform as well in matches as I do in practice? Without a doubt, that's the number one question I get from players. As a matter of fact, I recently did a survey, and about 45% of players say that's what holds them back, the inability to take their practice game and how they're capable of in a practice situation to competition. Over the next 5 videos, I'll discuss 5 reasons why tennis players underperform in competition compared to practice. And that's my goal as a mental coach, is to help players perform up to their capability when they take their practice game to the competitive situation. I know there's nothing more frustrating than working your tail off and getting into competition or matches and underperforming. So, the number one reason that players underperform, or the reason I want to discuss today, is what I call the academy mindset, also called the training mindset. Now, if you spend 95% of your time in the academy, training, working on your technique, working on your stroke, that's great. That's wonderful for your stroke. But the problem is, once you go to that competitive situation and you play a match, it's very difficult not to continue to focus on hitting perfect strokes. Now, that's an okay mindset for practice, like I said, or the academy. But in order to perform your best, when you go to the competitive situation, you have to let go of the how-to and instead focus on getting the job done. And that's what prevents this type of player from taking their practice game to competition, is they're way too focused on the how-tos and trying to be perfect with their stroke. So instead of playing the game and playing the game strategically, they instead focus on their setup, focus on their backstroke, focus on their follow-through. They're still stuck in what I call that training mindset, and they can't get into that trusting mindset. So, what are the answers? What are the solutions for this particular dilemma? Well, what I want you to do is, if you spend, say, 4 hours a week training in a practice situation with your instructor or at the academy, I want you to spend an equal amount of time playing practice matches. Yes, an equal amount of time playing practice matches. That will help you transition into the playing mindset, the performance mindset, and out of the training mindset. In addition to that, what I'd like you to do is, once you go to that match or that competitive situation, you have to let go of the lessons. You have to let go of the how-to and instead focus only on your strategy. Your strategy and what you want to do. Now, you could have a couple of simple goals like working on your serve or working on your backhand, but don't get super technical with yourself and try to be perfect with your strokes or focus too much on technique. Instead, I want you to think about targets, I want you to think about your strategy, and I want you to win ugly and get the job done, as Brad Gilbert would say. In my next Tennis Confidence video show, I'm going to talk about how fear of failure prevents players from taking their practice game to matches. And I'll see you there.
Improve your mental game quickly by visiting sportspsychologytennis.com today and claim a free tennis psychology report titled 6 Unforced Mental Game Errors Tennis Players Make Between Points.